Good day, great people, and welcome to Angie 24 News. More breaking news unveiling in a moment for your watching pleasure.
Court orders INEC to transmit results electronically. A federal high court, Abuja, on Friday, ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC to electronically transmit the Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly's election results in accordance with its regulations and guidelines. Justice Obiora Igwadu, in a judgment, also ordered the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS to upload a scanned copy of the EC8A to INEC result viewing portal IRAVE immediately after the completion of all the polling units' voting and results procedures in Akwa Ibom. The judge further directed the commission to conspicuously paste the publication of its result posters EC60E at polling units after completing the EC8A result sheets in the state. He equally ordered INEC to enforce the observance and compliance of Section 27(1) of the Electoral Act, 2022 in the distribution of electoral materials during the conduct of the polls in the state by engaging the services of independent, competent, and reliable logistic companies who are non-partisans or known supporters of any political for the distribution of electoral materials and personnel. Igwadu held that since the electoral umpire averred in its filed affidavit that it was aware of its responsibilities under the law and had not failed to carry them out, granting the prayers sought by the applicants would not do any harm to the commission but instead, energize its performance. He gave the judgment following a suit filed by the Labour Party LP and its governorship candidate in Akwa Ibom, Uduakabong Udo, including 13 states' House of Assembly candidates for the March 18 elections. Recall that the applicants, in the originating summons marked, FHC/ABJ/CS/334/2023 dated and filed on March 15 by their lawyer, Moses Yusoabia, had sued INEC as sole defendant. The applicants, who sought 7 reliefs, prayed the court for an order of mandamus compelling INEC and all its agents to comply with and enforce the provision of Clause 37 of the Regulations and Guidelines for the conduct of the Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly elections in Akwa Ibom. They also prayed the court to mandate the presiding officers of all polling units to conspicuously paste the publication of result posters EC460E at the polling units after completing the EC8A result sheets. They sought an order of mandamus compelling the commission to mandate the presiding officers of all polling units in the state to electronically transmit or transfer the result of the polling units direct to the collation system and use the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS to upload a scanned copy of the EC8A to INEC result viewing portal IRAVE immediately after the completion of all the polling units' voting and results procedures. They said this was in compliance with the provision of Clause 38 of the Guidelines for the Conduct of the Polls. The applicants equally prayed for an order directing INEC to enforce the observance and compliance of Section 27(1) of the Electoral Act, 2022 in the distribution of electoral materials during the conduct of the polls by engaging the services of independent, competent, and reliable logistic companies who are non-partisans or known supporters of any political for the distribution of electoral materials and personnel, among other reliefs. Justice Igwadu had, on Wednesday, granted leave to the applicants to proceed with a judicial review, filed requisite motion and put INEC on notice, following an ex parte motion moved by Yusoabia. Upon resumed hearing on the matter on Friday, Yusoabia informed that he had complied with the earlier court order and that their motion was served on INEC same Wednesday. The lawyer said despite the service of their process, the commission was not represented in court. The judge, however, said that he noticed INEC's counter-affidavit and a preliminary objection to their originating summons in the court file. He said the application was filed on Thursday. Responding, Yusoabia said though they were yet to be served by the commission, he was ready to proceed with the matter due to the urgency of the case. He said the motion, dated March 15, had 26-paragraph affidavit with 9 exhibits. The lawyer urged the court to direct the electoral umpire to comply with its regulations and guidelines of clauses 37 and 38 on the conduct of the elections. He said the order was necessary because the Commission, in the February 25 presidential and National Assembly polls, failed to transmit results of the elections in the state and across the country. He argued that INEC created the regulations and guidelines pursuant to Section 148 and 65 of the Electoral Act, 2022 to guide the conduct of elections and collating of election result among others. Usoabia said INEC's refusal to comply with the law had resulted in serious prejudice, and had foisted uncertainty and frustration on his clients at their various polling units and wards. The lawyer said if the order was not granted, the same scenario would repeat itself in the Saturday's poll. But INEC, in its preliminary objection, said the suit was incompetent and the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain it. The Commission argued that the applicants had not established a justifiable action against it. It also said that the applicants acted in contravention of the practice direction by commencing the suit via originating summons. Delivering judgment, Justice Aguado said he was satisfied that the applicants had complied with the practice direction rules in the filing of their application. He also said that he was satisfied that a cause of action had been established against INEC in the paragraphs of the applicant's process. The judge, therefore, ordered INEC to direct all its presiding officers to comply with clauses 37 and 38 of its regulations and guidelines for the conduct of tomorrow's election in Akwa Ibom. He held that the Commission had the legal duty to act in accordance with the law. The judge, however, refused to grant other reliefs.